Donald Trump has posted the following to his Truth Social account. So, the fact that the Defense Department, it's the Department of Defense, you idiot, is getting a gift free of charge of a 747 aircraft to replace the 40-year-old Air Force One temporarily in a very public and transparent transaction so bothers the crooked Democrats that they insist we pay top dollar for the plane. Anybody can do that. The Dems are world-class losers. MAGA. Here's the problem with your statement, Donald Trump. The Department of Defense, nor the federal government, is receiving this gift. You are. Trump administration poised to accept Palace in the Sky as a gift for Trump from Qatar. In what may be the most valuable gift ever extended to the United States from a foreign government, the Trump administration is preparing to accept a super luxury Boeing 747-8 jumbo jet from the royal family of Qatar, a gift that is to be available for use by President Donald Trump as the new Air Force One until shortly before he leaves office, at which time ownership of the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation, sources familiar with the proposed arrangement told ABC. The gift had been expected to be announced next week when Trump visits Qatar on the foreign national trip. The highly unusual, unprecedented arrangement is sure to raise questions about whether it is legal for the Trump administration and ultimately the Trump Presidential Library Foundation to accept such a valuable gift from a foreign power. Anticipating those questions, sources told ABC News that the lawyers for the White House counsel's office and the Department of Justice drafted an analysis for Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, concluding that it is legal for the Department of Defense to accept the aircraft as a gift and later turn it over to the Trump Library, as it does not violate laws against bribery or the Constitution's prohibition, the Emoluments Clause, of any U.S. government official accepting gifts from any king, prince, or foreign state. The plane will initially be transferred to the United States Air Force, which will modify the 13-year-old aircraft to meet the U.S. military specifications required for any aircraft used to transport the President of the United States, multiple sources familiar with the proposed agreement said. So we're going to get a free plane. We're going to spend a shit ton of money to make sure that it's up to presidential specs. And then the plane will be transferred to the Trump Presidential Library Foundation no later than January 1st, 2029, just less than a month before the next inauguration day, and any costs relating to its transfer will be paid for by the U.S. Air Force. According to the aviation industry experts, the estimated value of the aircraft Trump will inherit is about $400 million, and that's without the additional communication security equipment the Air Force will need to add to properly secure and outfit the plane in order to safely transport the commander-in-chief. Yeah, people have a problem with it because the government isn't getting the plane. You are. You're being given a gift by a foreign power that's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. And that is, whether you like it or not, whether your analysis says so or not, a violation of the Emoluments Clause. The Emoluments Clause can be found in Article 1, Section 9.8 of the Constitution, and it clearly states no title of nobility shall be granted by the United States, and no person holding any office of profit or trust under them shall, without the consent of Congress, accept of any present, emolument, office, or title of any kind whatever from any king, prince, or foreign state. Just because you're breaking the law out in the open doesn't mean you're not breaking the law.